Best capital cities to visit in Europe. Watch full video to find out the best capital cities to visit in Europe for your next vacation. For most travelers, exploring European capital cities is not only a must-do on their bucket list, but a lifelong journey, with beautiful architecture, culture and cuisine to experience. With so many capital cities to visit in Europe, we narrow the list down by geographic region or special interest. So here are our best capital cities in Europe. Alright, let's start this video. Lisbon, Portugal. Lisbon, the capital of Portugal, is one of Europe's most alluring cities. Set on the banks of the river Tagus, this vibrant Atlantic port is scattered over a series of hills that heighten its splendid waterfront location. Exploring the city's historic core is a journey into its fascinating past, a heritage exemplified by celebrated visitor attractions, such as the mighty Castelo de São Jorge and Alfama, the oldest part of Lisbon. A collection of world-class museums extends the cultural experience. To the east, away from the city center, you can marvel at the modernity of Parque das Nações and its crowd-pulling sites such as the brilliant Oceanário. In between, you can amble across handsome tree-lined squares, stroll along broad, riverfront esplanades, or take in jaw-dropping panoramas from the various miradouros, or viewpoints, dotted across the city. Edinburgh, Scotland. If you're only able to visit one city in Scotland, make it Edinburgh. The country's capital is home to well-preserved architecture from a number of different periods of history, including medieval times, Edinburgh Castle and the incredible shop-lined Royal Mile, to the more recent Newtown area, much of which was built in the 18th century. A highlight of this newer part of the ancient city is simply wandering among the many elegant Georgian townhomes, taking in the grass market. This attractive pedestrian-friendly public square is popular for its shops, galleries, and cafes. Edinburgh is also an important cultural destination, hosting numerous popular events and festivals throughout the year. Moscow, Russia. Since most international flights arrive or at least stop in Moscow, it's worth planning your trip so you at least have a few hours to explore the city. Russia's capital is a magnificent mix of greenery, stunning architecture, and lots of historical reminders of times gone by. Visitors to Moscow usually start exploring in the center, where the Kremlin, Red Square, and the colorful St. Basil's Cathedral are located. The shopping mall GUM, with its glass and steel roof, is also a popular destination, even by tourists who can't afford the luxury brands sold here, and a great place to try authentic Russian food. Bern, Switzerland. Bern, the capital city of Switzerland, is built around a crook in the Aare River. It traces its origins back to the 12th century, with medieval architecture preserved in the Altstadt. Its most famous attraction is the CZECH Lodge, an ancient clock tower with moving puppets. Other popular sites in Bern include the Münster, a Gothic cathedral that rises from the old town, and its town hall. The River Aare is a prime feature of the city, providing waterfront views from thousands of vantage points. Whether you're a science nerd, an art fan or a nature lover, you can be sure there is a tourist attraction in Bern available and waiting. Prague, Czech Republic. One of Europe's most beautiful cities, Prague was founded in the 9th century and has served over the centuries as the seat of Holy Roman Emperors as well as an important economic, cultural and political center in Central Europe. Possessing one of the best preserved historic city centers in Europe, the narrow laneways of Prague's delightful old town open up onto spectacular squares, each home to well-preserved historical buildings just waiting to be explored. Must-sees include the famous Charles Bridge over the Vltava River, the splendid Jewish quarter with its old synagogues, and, of course, the city's many historic churches. Today, Prague is a magical city of stunning cathedrals, medieval architecture, vibrant culture, fine dining and energetic atmosphere, making it one of the most visited cities in Europe. There is no shortage of exciting things to see and do in Prague. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe. Amsterdam offers so much more for all travelers, such as its beautiful canal ring, historical buildings, world-class museums and famous attractions like the Anne Frank House, Vondelpark, and Bloemenmarkt, the floating flower market. Amsterdam is surrounded by an elaborate canal system that features dozens of islands and hundreds of bridges. The center is where most tourists spend their time enjoying canal cruises, sightseeing, visiting impressive art museums such as the Van Gogh Museum and the Rijksmuseum, and attending performances at distinguished concert halls like the Concertgebouw. From the city's fine art museums to its colorful flower markets, from cannabis-selling coffee shops to the red light district, there's something exciting and unique to discover in Amsterdam at every turn. Berlin, Germany. If you're only ever able to make a single trip to Germany, you'll want to spend at least a few days in Berlin. The country's capital is undoubtedly one of the most dynamic and vibrant cities in Europe, as popular for its superb dining experiences as it is for its shopping and entertainment. Berlin is also considered one of Europe's top cultural destinations, home to numerous excellent art galleries and museums just waiting to be explored. Some of the best of which are located on Museum Island, a must-see destination that alone can take days to explore. Rome, Italy. While Rome's iconic landmarks, such as the Colosseum and Roman Forum, need no introduction, with over 3,000 years of history, the city is saturated with fantastic historical monuments, piazzas, churches, mansions and more for visitors to explore. Wandering around its ancient streets is a heavenly experience. Amazing architecture and beautiful ruins are everywhere you look. In the center of the city you can find the Vatican, the heart of the Catholic Church. Here, the impressive St. Peter's Basilica is just one of the must-see sights. But between the important sites like the Sistine Chapel and Michelangelo's Pietà, take time to enjoy the city itself. Relax in the Borghese Gardens, eat gelato on the Spanish Steps, explore the narrow streets of Trastevere, window shop on the Via Veneto, and toss a coin in Trevi Fountain, so you can return again and again. In a city so filled with icons of antiquity and the Christian faith, it's hard to know where to go first. Of course, your own interests will govern your choices, but there are certain sites that are almost obligatory landmarks of Italy and of all Europe. London. It's little wonder London, England is one of the world's top tourist destinations, attracting upward of 20 million visitors each year from around the world. The nation's sprawling capital boasts plenty of attractions to keep you busy. For those interested in learning more about the UK's rich history, one of the top things to do in London is visit the Tower of London. Located beside the spectacular Tower Bridge on the banks of the River Thames, this former palace and prison includes highlights such as the iconic 1,000-year-old White Tower, with its fascinating displays of armor and weaponry, and the Jewel House. Fans of Britain's royal family will want to head to Buckingham Palace, London's royal home since Queen Victoria's reign. Here, you can enjoy the colorful pomp of the changing of the guard or even take a tour of the palace's staterooms. The city's Whitehall Road area is another must, where you'll find Big Ben and the Parliament buildings, as well as Westminster Abbey, scene of many a royal wedding. Another area to visit in London is South Kensington, home to the city's best museums, including the Victoria and Albert Museum and the Natural History Museum, as well as the famous Harrods department store. You could spend endless days exploring London's best sightseeing locations without ever running out of unique things to see and do. Paris, France. With some of the most recognizable buildings and monuments in the world, Paris is a must-see city to visit, with a never-ending array of things to see and do. Situated on the banks of La Seine, the elegant and stylish capital of France is a romantic place, with lovely boulevards, beautiful buildings, and sights like the Eiffel Tower and gleaming Sacré-Cœur rising towards the heavens. Reflecting the city's rich heritage, the Louvre contains an exceptional fine arts collection, while the Musée d'Orsay and the Musée de l'Orangerie display treasures of French Impressionist art. Other charms of Paris are its atmospheric medieval quarters and graceful boulevards. Quintessential tourist experiences include shopping at bookshops in the Latin Quarter, strolling the Champs-Élysées, and people watching from a sidewalk cafe terrace on the boulevard Saint-Germain-des-Prés. Paris has a plethora of restaurants to choose from. Watch out though, it is very easy to spend a lot of money in a short amount of time. In every hidden corner and at all the famous sites, Paris casts a spell of enchantment. One visit may inspire a lifelong passion. Hope you enjoy the capital cities of Europe. Tell us about your experiences about capital cities in the comment section. Like our video to help other people to explore capital cities of Europe. Subscribe our channel to explore more places in the world. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for more updates. Thank you watching. Goodbye.